It's Nikita, and we are back with another video where we are doing our actuals for my second paycheck for the month of March. I am not a professional. I am not a budgeting guru. I do not have all the answers. All I am doing is I am sharing with you what I am doing to gain control of my finances and trying to get out of debt as well as live within my means. So if this is something that you enjoy, if you like this video, go ahead and give a like. If you want to come back for more of the shenanigans that is, Nikita's budget and trying to fix my broken budget, then please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So now that we have that out of the way, when we did my budget, I mentioned to you guys that I was going to receive a bonus. I did in fact receive my bonus. My bonus is tied in with my, with my paycheck. And because of that, instead of doing it separately, I think I'm going to just do it together. So I did film a video of me planning my budget for my bonus. Because of the differences between that plan and what's actually going to happen, I think I'm just going to scrap that video. I don't even think I'm going to edit it to put it up. I still have it. So if you guys are interested in at least seeing what my plan was, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. But for the sake of today, I'm just going to roll with what I have. So all right, sorry about that. I had to adjust you guys so that you could see a little bit more clearly. So I'm going to tilt my page because I do write sideways, and I apologize for that if that causes some issues for you, but it's easier for me to write. So rollover income. I was supposed to have $660. However, that is not the case. One of the bad habits that I have is banking on new income to come, or banking on expected income. If you are someone who does that as well, we've got to get out of that habit. It does not do anything but set us up for failure. So I was supposed to have $660. That is not what I have. I have $142.28. Anticipated income, $2,441.83. What I got, including my bonus, is $5,250.66. The $38 that I was going to leverage from my bonus for the shortage between the 660 and the 698. Let's just go ahead and mark that out. $5,250.66. One reason why you have to come back with your actuals when you do your budget is because, like me, with my bonus, there were additional taxes that I did not necessarily care for in my budget plan. And I don't think there were any fees, but definitely additional taxes. I did compare my previous paycheck to my paycheck that had the bonus and just kind of compared like some of the taxes that came out, and they more or less doubled or potentially tripled. So again, it's hard to budget for additional income when it's being tied into like your paycheck. So definitely count for taxes and fees in the future. So we've got $142.28 plus $5,250.66. So that brings our total to $5,392.94. So that's what we're working with. Now, for my personal loan, that is already processed out of my paycheck, or not out of my paycheck, but out of my account. So that's $277.49. Again, this is my high interest loan that is paid bi-weekly. The goal is to pay this off as soon as possible, but other things came up and life is lifing. So we're going to continue to pay this and we have started our debt snowball, so we'll get to that in a minute. Mortgage, I'm still responsible for paying the $1,395.15. I have one more installment in my payment plan of this amount for the month of April, and then after April my mortgage goes back down. Affirm, so we still have some Affirm out there, but we are slowly paying those off with our debt snowball. So we got 2226, 1409, another Affirm, and then 1125, another Affirm. I did pay off two Affirm balances, but those are part of my, like, they will be cared for in my paycheck that I receive on the 29th. So we'll take that amount and then we'll apply it towards my debt snowball. So we're going to continue to pay the minimums until then. I did set up a payment plan with the IRS. I made a payment, and then I received a letter stating that my next payment will not be due until April. So I am not having to pay that $50. Could I go ahead and pay it? Yes, but there's other things that need to be cared for. So I'm going to go ahead and hold off on that so that I can take care of some other things. Water, my water bill is $339.78. I think I previously thought this was a 1, so I have corrected that. My trash, so this $82 cares for the $41 that I was supposed to pay in February or save in February, and the $41 that I save in March. I promise pay, this is my water bill installment plan. This is the current bill. This is what I'm paying on a previous balance that I was unable to pay. So $74.39. We have one more payment to pay in April, and then that $74.39 will no longer have to be paid. So I can apply that to either my debt snowball or to my variable expenses. I have not made a decision on what I want to do. I think it's going to depend on what next month looks like from an income perspective. This $49 for credit card number 10, credit card 11. Yes, I have 11 credit cards. $21. YouTube TV $76.93. HBO Max $16.35. I have cut streaming services down. Loan $22.47. Another personal loan $261.81. My LG&E, or my gas and electric, where I am, I was going to split this payment. So this is the amount that's due for the month, and then I was going to split my shortage for my budget payment plan between my bonus and this paycheck, but I'm just going to pay it all, so I'm combining those two incomes. $572.32. Let's see, Affirm $11.55, and then my Game Changer app, which allows me to watch games during this baseball season, $10.59. Now let's add that up. Okay, so that is $3,258.43. Let's see, 5,392.94. 2,000. That remains $2,134.51. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so bring that down, $2,134.51. Now, I had previously budgeted for just my normal variable expenses, but because we're leveraging my bonus, I'm going to go ahead and add a few categories. So we've got gas, which instead of 50, we're going to do 150. That gives us 75 a week. And again, we still have older kids who put in money for gas, so this will just fill in whatever's needed. Groceries, we're going to go with $200. That's $100 a week. I usually budget more for dinners than I do like breakfast, lunches, and snacks. Although we're a snack family, I don't really purchase snacks, only on occasion. So this is going to be $100 a week. I am going to see what I can do with that $100 per week to feed my family. I do have some stockpile, so to speak, so we'll see. For sports, I am going to try and pad this a little bit. So it's going to be 120. We usually have to pay entry fees to tournaments, obviously the concession, and that's typically all that is entry fees and maybe something from concession for my son. I don't purchase anything from concession unless it is like an all-day tournament where we are there literally all day or have no ability to go somewhere else. My plan is to definitely bring my own snacks. So pet care, I'm actually going to pad that a little bit as well and put 50. I think the $30 that I budgeted last paycheck, the 30. Yeah, the $30 that I budgeted last paycheck actually worked out. The only thing that he ran out of is wet food. So I'm going to increase that just a bit. I probably could drop it down to 40, but I want to try and starting a stockpile for him as well. So $50. And then we have self-care. That's going to be 60. Some haircuts are needed. My daughter's birthday is between now and when I get paid again, so that's going to be $100. We'll probably do cake and ice cream at home, nothing major. We usually turn birthdays into like movie nights or do some fun activity at home. Baseball fees, this is somewhat of a debt, but not really. That's $250. This covers his uniform costs, this covers concession fee, and it covers some sort of fundraiser that we were doing. Again, I don't want to take my kids out of activities just because I made dumb decisions with my finances. As long as I can pay my bills, which I am caught up on everything except for my mortgage, which I'm paying it based on the payment plan, so technically it's caught up. Everything is caught up. I'm paying my bills, and I'm paying on my debts. So I don't want to sacrifice this for him. He's pretty good, and it gives him an out so he's not sitting in front of his television playing video games all day. So we're going to do that. And then we have, let's see. I think that is it. Yeah. And so sinking funds. I'm technically not doing a sinking fund, but I am starting to fund my emergency fund. I wanted to put $500 in my emergency fund. Actually, let's do this. We'll come back up to there. So minus. So that leaves $1,204.51. All right, so far we're looking pretty good. Emergency fund. So like I said, I wanted to fund my emergency fund. I wanted to put away $500 for emergency fund. I'm not going to be able to do that right now. So I'm going to put $150 towards my emergency fund. I put that in the wrong place. Whatever. It'll work. I do put money in my emergency fund through my paycheck, and my employer matches it. I'm going to put a small amount through my savings app versus through my employer and see if they still add what they match. If they don't match that amount, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this 100 and then increase the amount that I'm saving through my paycheck, and then just care for this $100. Like, I'll save it for whatever bill I'm not caring for in that paycheck. But I want to take advantage of the match that my employer is doing. I just don't know how they do it, if they match what I deposit myself or if they only match what they deposit through my paycheck. So we'll see. All right, so emergency fund, and I think that is it from a savings perspective. Now, for debts, I'm not, I don't want to, here, we're just going to cross this out, affirm. So I have, actually I need to go back and fix something. I just realized something. I should have known whenever this was not what I anticipated. So my oldest child, I'm giving her $50, and then I usually give her money out of any child support that I receive, but I haven't received it, so I'm gonna go ahead and give her money out of that. And she's soon to get a job, so we'll see. And then I'm gonna give myself some personal money. I haven't given myself any personal money in a while, so if I have, it's usually been used on the household. Let's add this again. All right, 1,010. So let's recalculate that. So that should be $2,124.51. So let's just figure that out. Yep, $1,124.51. It definitely pays to slow down when you're doing this. Now that I messed it up, so let's go ahead and just put it over here. This is going to be 0, so that's 0. 150. It definitely pays to slow down when you're budgeting and like make sure that everything is adding up to your plan. Okay, so we're gonna move down to debts. So I'm still going to do if there's anything extra remaining, is going to go towards my debt snowball, but I have taxes that need to be paid, and I have tax prep fees that need to be paid. So the taxes are $350. Actually, no. I had a conversation with myself before I sat down to film about this $350, and I'm going to have to do something regarding that. Whether it's setting up another payment plan, I don't know, but there's a few things around the house that have to be cared for, or else it's going to get worse and cost me more in the long run. So tax prep fees is $350. And then I have a bill from some tolls. We have a toll bridge here, and it's $49.52. I need to get rid of it. It started out at $8. For whatever reason, I didn't pay it. Then I incurred a late fee or some fees, and then I've got some more fees. So wiping that out now. I've come a long way in my finances, even though it still seems like I'm beyond, repair, or I'm far from where I need to be financially to support my family, but I am nowhere near where I used to be. So again, it seems disjointed, it seems crazy, but again, I'm sharing with you guys how I'm making it through from the very beginning, from being so much in debt and adding debt but borrowing from my future paychecks and just drowning in the things that I cannot pay for my family. So you're getting it all. Okay. And then I'll put it in extra savings just to make it See, real and raw. It's happening, live, folks. All right, I'm going to do household because I know that there are a few things that I need to care for. I have a leaking shower head. Like it's our shower head broke and I jerry rigged it to function for the time being because I couldn't go out and purchase a new one. What I've noticed is that it's leaking water, so I need to replace it so that it doesn't cause any issues. And I also have a bush that's sitting right up against my house that needs to be taken down, so I have to rent a chainsaw. I'm not going to buy one, I'm going to rent one, but I got to rent a chainsaw for that to be cared for. I'm going to go ahead and put $200 for that. It's probably not going to be $200, but I'm going to budget $200. Take care of all of the small things within the household that need to be cared for before they become big things. And then anything extra, I probably will put it in my emergency fund. That's probably what I'll do. Either that, actually, I'll probably put it towards the taxes. Anything that I don't spend is going towards that tax bill. So I may give you guys an update through a short or something just so you guys can see how that $200 gets spent. All right, so 11, 24, 51 minus 150 minus 200, that leaves 774.51. All right, so 774.51 minus, make sure I know that is a 1 and not a 7, minus 350 minus 49.52. That leaves $374.99. Something is not adding up, and I don't know what. We're going to go with it because I don't know, because it technically should be $150. Let's just go back through. Let's just go back through and make sure that we have everything accurately represented. 277.49. I don't know. Oh. I could see. Extra debt. Credit cards number 1 and credit card number 2. I think I told you guys that somehow when I tried to pay them, something happened with the website and I didn't pay them on that day and completely forgot to go back before the date it was due. So I incurred late fees, which is basically double the bill. So I paid the $80 on that with my paycheck, my last paycheck. I'm going to care for those late fees now. I'm not going to let them go to the next month's bill. Just going to take care of it now. So minus 350 minus 49.52 minus 80, that leaves 294.66. There would have been $150. So I'm just, let's see, so 144.99. I think that is what I had, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, guys. Oh, I think I figured it out. Yes, I figured it out. I'm just going to write it here. It's going to be $140 for my kids. It's not a sinking fund. It's actually an envelope, but I'm not gonna white out again. So I'm gonna care for that $140 here. The kids need shoes, so I probably won't spend this amount completely. One of them is my baby girl, and she doesn't care what kind of shoes she wears. And so I'll probably wrap it, like combine it as like a birthday gift or something. I don't know, but $140. That's where it is. It pays to refer to your notes, folks. So that leaves $4.99. I'm going to put that towards extra savings. It's going to be my debt snowball. It's not going to be, it's going to be saved until probably my next paycheck. I'm not going to just put $4.99 on my debt snowball. I'm going to save that $4.99 and apply it to my debt snowball. There's $1.48 saved for my last paycheck. I'm going to combine the two. So let's do that. One, was it 148? Oh shit. So you should now be up to $6.47. My next paycheck will work to try and save enough to care for one payment. So we'll make an extra payment on one of my Affirm bills. So we've been here a long time. I'm going to try and figure out how to cut this down. But I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you for joining me. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and I didn't lose you. So we've made it. Thank you again.